Is renting a home cheaper than buying a home? There's many factors that determines if renting is cheaper than buying a home. The length of time you plan on staying in the property, your credit and FICO score, and your income. But before we get started, I want you to hit subscribe down below, hit like, hit the bell notification so you get notified every single time I drop a video sharing my knowledge of how to buy and sell real estate in the San Francisco Bay Area. With that being said, let's get started. Everyone's situation is different. If you're young, single, just out of college, and you want to live in a big city, then renting is gonna be the way to go. But if you've been renting for a few years, realize that you've been lighting money on fire and you're ready to start a family, then buying a home is the better option for you. There's pros and cons whether you're renting or buying. I'll make another video explaining the pros and cons, so stay tuned for that. But in this video, I want to share with you why buying a home is going to be the cheaper option in the long run. If you're contemplating whether you want to rent or buy in San Francisco, usually renting is the way to go unless you got money like that. But buying a property in San Francisco will be one of the best investments you ever make in the long term. And the key word right there, long term. On average, homeowners stay in their properties for a minimum of 5 to 7 years before they sell their current home and upgrade to a new home. Or what I always recommend is they keep the first home that they bought and buy a second home and rent out their first home. Doing so makes you an investor and a landlord, and why would you want to sell an asset that's going to appreciate year over year? So keep that in mind. The example that I want to show you is for a property for $700,000, which is what you can expect to pay for most properties in the East Bay. Your down payment would be $70,000 for putting down 10%. Your mortgage payment, including your property taxes, insurance, would be $3,550. If you pay it off for 30 years, your property would be completely paid off. But like I mentioned, most property owners do not stay in their properties for 30 years. The minimum is 5 to 7 years. Now let's compare that with renting. Your upfront cost will be a lot lower because you don't have to put that much money down, $70,000, usually just first and last month's payment as your deposit. So let's say you're renting a home in the East Bay and your payment each month is the same as the mortgage payment, $3,550. Short-term renting would be cheaper than owning, but if you calculate it for 7 years, then buying is going to be the cheaper option. After 7 years of paying $3,550, your total comes out to $198,000. Insane, right? But the key difference is when you're buying a home, you're not lighting all of that money up on fire like you would if you were renting. On average, your property is increasing at 3% each year, year over year. So by the time you do decide to sell your property, it's gonna be worth a lot more than what you originally bought it for. So when you do sell your property, you're gonna make all of that money that you lost and then some on top. You can't really say that about renting, right? Also, in this scenario, I didn't take into account the average of 3% increase in rent year over year. So before you decide if renting or buying is a better option for you, ask yourself some key questions. How long do you plan on staying in a property? Do you want a fixed payment each month and each year? Do you want to build equity? Do you want to eventually sell for a profit? And do you want to build a portfolio? Answering those key questions, you're going to realize that buying is going to be the better and cheaper option for you long term. Short term, not so much. But long term, buying is always going to be the better and cheaper option for you. I want to help you win. If you're currently renting right now, I want to help you to finally become a homeowner or upgrade to the home of your dreams. Go ahead and slide into my DMs or comment down below and let's connect. If you're not ready to buy a home yet, go ahead and click on my profile picture and check out all of my other real estate content. I hope this video brought you tremendous value. If it did, go ahead and like the video, comment down below any questions that you have. Share this video with your friends, family members, and colleagues. As again, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.